Hi there. Let's talk really fast. Is drawing talent real? I've heard about this many, many times. You see this naturally gifted person when they're a kid or when they're an adult. They get better really fast. So, is this real? I'm going to talk about it, and the answer is a little bit surprising. So, stay with me the whole video, and that's pretty much it. Before that, don't forget if you like drawing videos like this, you like drawing tips of any kind, don't forget to hit the subscribe. So, let's get into it really quick. I started out incredibly older when it comes to learning how to draw. I started out roughly at 18 years old. I barely drew a single thing before that. I mean, barely. I doodled a little bit, I think, when I was like 14. And then after that, nothing else till 18. 18, I wanted to do 3D animation. I thought like things like Jurassic Park, they had the Maya program and 3D Max, and I had wanted to do that. But I had always heard, one of my teachers basically always told me that to really use those programs effectively and make your 3D look awesome, you have to learn how to draw, or it would be a really good idea. It's going to skyrocket my ability to do my 3D better. So I ended up going to a little tiny hole in the wall art school, and they taught me. They trained me. I got very, very lucky. Turns out the school was really good. They knew what they were doing, and it turns out that I love drawing a lot more than 3D after that. And I was like, wow, I think this is great. I got very good very, very quickly. I would say within the first 2 years, I was able to work, kind of like from zero to being able to work in 2 years, and all was good. But it wasn't. It wasn't. I So it turns out I had a natural talent for drawing, and because of that, I picked it up very, very quickly. The problem is, I crashed and burned. As soon as I hit my first plateau, my first real plateau, I completely crashed. I was getting worse. I was stressing myself out. I couldn't actually channel that part of me that I thought was there anymore. And I couldn't handle it. I ended up quitting for about a year or so, and it took me a while to come back. When I finally came back, I had to mature. I had to learn to kind of hone the skill again. I had to learn not to pressure myself and figure out that road. But that road was really hard to learn. And I've seen, I would say, more than half of the most talented people that I know within drawing or painting, I've seen more than half of them never come back once they hit that road. So this is just an opinion. I haven't seen a study or anything like that. But in my opinion, the quicker you get good in the beginning and the more talented, right, the more natural talent you have at the very, very start of your drawing journey, in my opinion, those people are more likely to not handle that first plateau where they just cannot get better, or worse, if they hit a level and they get a little bit worse, right? Because your progression is not linear. It's gonna go, it's usually gonna go like up, down a bit, down, down. You have like a good day, you have a bad day, you have all kinds of those days. But if you're used to just going like perpetually up in the beginning, let's just say you're very, very good, and you start going up very quickly. You go up this learning curve exponentially, really quick in the beginning. You form an identity around it, and then the first time you hit that difficult point, a lot of people break. I know a very good friend of mine. He got a tablet. He painted this awesome RoboCop and a really awesome digital painting, and I'm like, wow, this dude is like naturally good. And about a year in, he quit. Hasn't touched it since. It's been like 5 or 6 years. He has his natural talent still there, probably, but he never did it. I have another friend, same thing, draws about once every year. She's very, very good at emulating and copying like a picture, maybe like a cat or dog or person, like I would say she leans on realism when she draws, and she only picks it up every like 3 months, not 3 months, every 3 years, right? Talent is good, but it will never, ever, ever beat resilience, steady work habits. I believe the phrase is, I believe the phrase, I don't know, I'm going to butcher this phrase, but the phrase would be something like hard work beats talent, except when talent works hard. Hopefully that makes some sense. But if talent doesn't work hard, right, they're just gonna like get left behind. And I've seen artist after artist after artist pick up, not work hard, try to coast on their talent, and then just crash. So, in my opinion, it absolutely does exist. But in my opinion, people like that a lot of times will quit. And that's just my opinion. I don't know what your opinion is. Maybe you think the opposite. Maybe the more success you see in the beginning, you've seen people just kind of shoot through the roof and they never stop. That hasn't been my experience after people I've taught, a lot of my students. I've seen a lot of them, and a lot of my peers ended up quitting. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you have to say. Maybe you have a different experience in school. I'd love to hear it. Post it in the comments. I'll pin the comment I like the most. And I think that's kind of it, honestly. Otherwise, I want you to give me video ideas. I want to start, I'm posting every single day. Give me video ideas. There's going to be 3 lessons per week and then 2 advice videos like this. The other lessons I do on the iPad, and I go over usually comparing 3 different versions of the same drawing, and then we talk about what's different and what's not about them and how you can learn from that. On here, it's going to be mostly advice videos of me talking to you and kind of addressing a lot of your mental issues with art, like tips on, learning better, things that I can just speak to you about as opposed to showing you through paper and action. That stuff's for the other types of videos. I want to thank you very much for watching this far. You are amazing. Like I said, if you did like this video, please share it. Sharing is caring. And I go live all the time on TikTok and all my other media. You can always check that out in the description. And that's pretty much it for me. I want to thank you, and we'll talk next time, okay? See you later.